Hi, I'm Lyn Connolly and I'm the President of the Australian Childcare Alliance New South Wales. We have studied the results of an independent survey of the state of childcare in New South Wales that has been conducted by Checkmate Analytics. The survey was sent to every approved provider on the ACA database and a record number of responses were received. This builds on Checkmate Analytics data from 2016. Like you, I have been very concerned about all the changes in our sector. The introduction of the new 2-year-old ratios, the passing of the Jobs for Families Omnibus Bill, and the current state of oversupply in many areas leaves me dumbfounded. In almost 40 years as a childcare and early education provider, I have never seen our sector in the kind of turmoil that it is in now. This latest survey proves that these concerns are universal across a majority of New South Wales providers. Did you know that most providers and directors have reported an increase in the amount of time spent on paperwork since the 2016 survey? 61.54% of respondents stated that over 30% of time is spent on paperwork. 10% of respondents stated that over 75% of staff time is spent on compliance paperwork. And this has been a huge increase since the introduction of the NQF. What is the government thinking when about half of the fees that each family pays is going towards staff doing paperwork? Something must be done about this immediately. Families deserve to have educators who spend their time nurturing, educating their children, not doing compliance paperwork. Educators did not enter this profession to do paperwork and documentation. They wanted to make a difference in children's lives and spend their time encouraging children's growth and development. So has this increase in compliance paperwork and an almost 50% increase in costs for centres and fees for families made a significant difference in children's educational outcomes? Only 13.65% of respondents stated that the NQF has had a significant positive impact on educational outcomes, and only 7% of respondents stated that the NQF has had a significant positive impact on children's socialisation outcomes. 61.52% of respondents stated that the NQF has had a negative effect on time spent on paperwork. So what are we doing all this paperwork for? According to the survey, it has had minimal positive effect on children's education and development, has increased staff time away from the children, and has increased fees for families. It has also made it very difficult for small businesses to compete. Maybe we could start by getting rid of the copious amounts of paperwork. Then maybe we could revisit ratios, as they have been the major factor in forcing up the cost of service delivery and fees for families. The survey shows that there is overwhelming support for reverting or increasing ratios. Only 24.49% of respondents stated that there would be a significant negative effect if the 2-year-old ratios reverted to 1:8. Only 20.54% stated a significant negative impact if 3-year-old ratios were 1:11. And only 30.9% stated a significant negative impact if the 4 to 5-year-old ratios were 1:15. Further to these survey results, ACA New South Wales has requested a copy of the research that the then New South Wales Government based the ratio changes on, but to no avail. Neither Department of Community Services nor the Department of Education in New South Wales can find the research anywhere. So it begs the question, why were these changes introduced? And importantly, why are they not being revisited? New South Wales children, families and providers deserve better than this. This survey shows there is still a lot of work to be done and there are a lot of questions of the New South Wales Government to be answered.